Hi everyone, it's Nicole from My Dear Charlie and welcome to my channel and my November Lavender Blue design team project flip through. So here it is. This is my not so little Alice in Wonderland vintage style journal, I call it. I guess to start, just so you can see how big it is, the cover, it measures 12 inches and it's 6 inches across. It's a great size. There's just so much you could journal into this particular journal. All up there's 160 pages, and then in the middle there's two little mini journals, and they are 32 pages in each journal. So to start with, I decided, yeah, look, I think sort of vintage, grungy is kind of, well, I think it's my style. It's what I like. So to start with, we've got the cover. This cover is part of the Alice in Wonderland journal kit from Lavender Blue. I've changed it a little bit. It's the exact cover, but I had to move this Alice book plate over because it was more centered, so I did a bit of cropping and pasting and whatnot to get it into the spot that I needed, and I'm super happy with how that turned out. I'll just move that out the way. The spine is a fabric spine. Again, lots of brads because I love brads. As you can see, there's sort of I think, you know, the fabric kind of looks old, but what it is, it's just a brown quilting fabric that I washed with a black acrylic paint. So I just really watered it down and then brushed it on, let it dry, and then you get these nice patterns. I'm not sure how well you can see that the light's not great. And then the back is the same as the front, but it's just plain. I also, of course, some little mini braids up in the corners just because I had to. Okay, so the end bit, I've just stuck like a little headband and a tailband on this, and the edges, you can see they've got a bit of gold on them, and that's just gold heat embossed. I just like the look of that on the raw edge of the box board. The box board I use is like about 2 or just over 2 millimeters thick, so it's really nice and sturdy. So let's get started and let's get it open and centered, and we're ready to go. Okay, so first page, always the first page, the inner and back covers. That's actually a design from Victoria Designs. I think, don't quote me on this, but it's like their grunge damask papers, I think. Again, I've printed that onto muslin. I love printing on muslin. It's just, it comes up so nicely, and it mutes the colours even a bit more because it's such a fine fabric. This front page here, this design is one of the ones out of the Lavender Blue kit. I think this is just a small journaling card, but I've just enlarged it just to give it a bigger place on the page. All the borders in this journal are from Tom Chalky. He has some amazing stuff. For someone like me who likes really plain journals, just something that you can write in and you can embellish as you go, they're perfect because it just gives a little bit of extra something to the page without it being just totally blank. And as you'll see throughout, my journals are pretty blank. So we've got copy dyed papers. Then these pages here, I've just put like one of the illustrations from Alice in Wonderland, and then around the edge I've just gone around that with a sewing machine just to give it a bit of a border. So it's pretty much the theme of it. I've got dot pages. I'm not sure how well you can see that. I like dot and grid pages because, look, you can just write on them as normal, or you can, you know, do lists on them, whatever. And then on the back, we've got the grid. Now this one here, this ledger paper here, these are absolutely gorgeous. These are also from Lavender Blu, so please check out her shop. She has some just beautiful things. I just thought they went well. I needed something else in this journal apart from just plain pages, and just being botanical and butterflies and vintage looking, I thought that's perfect. I like to use as much as I can just from Fiona at Lavender Blu. That's the purpose of being on the design team. That's why I've added that kit as well. Okay, so I've also got parchment paper, the vintage parchment paper, which is one of my favourite papers. So I've just done lines on one side, and then this is the first of the larger layouts from the journal kit. It comes with a plain background or like a copy dyed background. And for mine, I've added these watercolour backgrounds, and they're from an Etsy store called A Whimsical Adventure. I just like the wash of it, the colour, and it just adds a little something else. So you've still got all this what to write up there. You can put your own pictures in there. So it's just really perfect. And these designs, illustrations look just beautiful on these papers. So I'll just flip through quickly. Again, that's the other side. Another border. There's quite a few borders in here, and they're all different. I went through them all and picked out my faves. Another illustration. A few of the illustrations I've actually sourced online, just to add to it. I've used all the ones, or just about all of the ones from the kit, but I just wanted a few extras. So there's lots online that you can download for free and use in your crafts. So moving along, another beautiful picture here. Again, all of the ones with pictures have the stitching border around the edge. Okay, on this one, this is our first little charm. So all I've done here is a little bit of fabric, a bit of Craftex, and then I've hand stitched that on, added an eyelet, and then I've added these beautiful little Alice in Wonderland charms. I don't remember the store name, but they're off a store on AliExpress. Again, another beautiful paper. There's 8 ledger papers in her pack, and I've used them all in this. There's these 8 signatures. So again, another one with the beautiful watercolour wash kind of paper. And I'll just do a quick flip through all of the pages so you get a general idea of what it looks like, and maybe some ideas of what, if you had something like this, what you could actually do with it. The colours, like that butterfly, the colours are just beautiful. Again, another one. This is probably one of my favourites out of all of the illustrations. I just love, I'm not crazy, my reality is just different to yours, and I think that's pretty much sums up nearly everybody. Another cute one. Another charm here. Nope, not doing too well holding these up for you, am I? Kind of a bit hard to see, the light's not great. It is night time. I haven't had a chance during the day to do this. Another beautiful coloured paper. Okay, here we are at the middle. So in here I've made 2 little mini journals. They are 5 inches by 6 inches. And again, they're pretty much the same as, and these are removable as well. So if you fill them up and you want to make something else to put in there, excuse me, oh, excuse me, you can just make some new ones and pop them in. So that's that one design that I really like. I've just cut it, moved it down a bit, up a bit, and that's what we've got. So we've got some little tuck spots, made a few little cards. These are out of the tags, but I've just tried to make, I've done 2 of each, but they're all different. So again, we've got our grid, dot paper, coffee dyed, grid. These are pockets. I haven't put anything in the pockets, but you could slip little notes in there or whatever you want in there. Another tuck spot, line paper, pocket, another tag. That's just got a bit of fabric, which I would expect will fray over time. That's actually just some leftover from the inside covers. A few pages with a little bit of lace stitched on along the edge. Another pocket. Another slip, another little tag. You could use the tags wherever you want in the journal. And then another tag. That's just got some messy stitching around it. I thought I'll go some messy stitching. So that's the first one. Second one's pretty much the same deal. Got a large pocket here. Another tag, another pocket, another tag, another pocket, another tag, and then another tag. And that's also got, these bigger ones have got a writing space on the back as well. Okay, so I won't tie them up. We'll just give a quick flip through of the rest of these pages. Another cute little charm. More of the beautiful illustrations on these gorgeous colours. You can see that one's actually sort of throughout it a bit, that illustration. Another one of the large ones. So it's pretty easy to do the pages because they're all just 12 by 12, so that worked out really well. Just glad I've got a printer that I can fit the A3 papers through. Another one. This is the last signature. Like I said, there's 160 of the large pages all up. That's front and back. And that's the last of the large coloured pages. And then there's the 2 smaller journals. And then I did a bigger design on the last page. I just thought that was a really lovely one. And again, just the same fabric on the back. So thank you again so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you've got any questions at all, please leave it in the comments. And I look forward to presenting my December design team project once that's all done. I have just about got ready my tutorial for the travel journal that I did. I'm doing a smaller version but in floral instead of maps, so as soon as I've got that done I will put that up on my channel as well. So thanks again for your time. Hope you all have a lovely day or night depending on where you are in the world, and until next time, take care and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.